Do you keep coming up blank every time you sit down to write a new email for your email list? So listen, if that's you, I get it. It's really overwhelming. And if you're not a writer yourself, it can be really tough to generate ideas from scratch. I've gotten pretty good at this because I need to generate ideas for emails daily for myself, but also for all my email clients. So that is a lot of email ideas every single day. So today I'm going to share with you 4 ways to banish blank page syndrome and come up with endless email ideas so that you can keep sending emails to your list and keep nurturing your subscribers, growing your relationship with them. And if you don't want to come up with ideas on your own, hey, listen, I got you. So I have put together a swipe file that's the 30 best templates and prompts for your emails that I give to my private clients. So for those who want to book more calls or generate more sales from their email list faster, just drop me a line below. I'm not going to ask you for your email or anything. I'm just going to give it straight to you on Messenger. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, you can use the link in the show notes, and you're going to find a link that on which you can ping me on Messenger directly. So let's get right into it. If you want to build a sustainable business without compromising your values or your work-life balance, then come join me and my guests as we share insights and actionable advice that we've learned along the way as we build our business. This is the Ease Into Marketing podcast. Grab your drink of choice, cozy up, and let's get started. Okay, so the first way I like to generate email ideas, and this one's pretty fun. Did you know that every single day of the year, so 365 days of them, they all have a national holiday of some sort on it. So they're not all as famous as things like Independence Day or something like that. But these little fun holidays make amazing fodder for email topics. So for example, recently, I think last week, there was an Alice in Wonderland Day. Like, this is so random, but it can really trigger a fun conversation. Other fun national holidays that I've found when I was going through them include Sidewalk Egg Frying Day. Yeah, I know. Homemade Pie Day, Planner Day, International Coffee Day. That's one of my favorites. And Balloon Around the World Day. See what I mean? I swear these are all real. And to me, these are like fireworks for the inbox because they can really trigger fun conversations. So that was method 1. Now let's move on to method number 2. A really easy way to find new email ideas is to round up any common questions that you get from clients, customers, followers. If you have a Facebook group of some sort, people who are asking questions or having discussions with each other, those are really great email topics that you can take. So whenever people are asking common questions, it's usually questions that your subscribers will have for you eventually. So these questions are a gold mine for important topics that your audience needs to know about. So for example, common questions aren't just great email topics. They also help you to qualify or to disqualify your audience before they get on a call with you. So for instance, if people need to be at a certain point in their lives or their business or their health or their relationships, whatever you help people with, if they need to be at a certain point in their journey before you're even able to help them, then asking those questions or also discussing that topic inside of your emails will really help to let people know, okay, before I can work with this person, I need to, get my shit together and get to this point. Or that's just an example. Okay. So they're also really important to overcome objections that people may have when they're considering buying your products, services, etc. So for example, one common objection I have is that 3 to 5 emails a week is impossible to do. So that one's pretty straightforward. Method 2, that was method 2. So now let's get into a juicier method. This third method can really help you get real with your subscribers and really connect with them, but it does require some vulnerability. It's not the easiest thing to do, but if you're willing to go there and if you're willing to open up a bit about yourself, it can really help you create that personal connection with your subscribers. And this method is to share a personal and even embarrassing story with your audience. So I'm going to open myself up here and give you an example. This was actually an email that I wrote this week, and I'll show you what I wrote and how I made it relevant to what I sell. So here we go. This is one of the most embarrassing stories from my time as an angsty teenage writer. Before I was super active on Facebook, I had a Bebo account. It was kind of like Facebook and MySpace, but they went bankrupt in 2013, so make what you will of that. I had also just moved to a new town and desperately wanted a boyfriend. I craved acceptance, but I was also incredibly embarrassed about being single. Great mental gymnastics I had back then. I wanted a boyfriend, but I didn't want to admit I was single. How did I anticipate that working? I don't know. So when I created my Bebo account, I chose it's complicated in my relationship status. When I realized that this would probably make me seem ineligible to the local cute boys, barf, I immediately went to switch it. But at that point, I knew this would appear on my timeline. So to 14-year-old me, this was the worst possible conundrum to me. Looking back, I can't help but laugh. But nowadays, I see embarrassing moments as gifts from life because I get to turn them into emails to connect with you. If you'd like me to turn your personal stories into emails that nurture your subscribers and generate more sales, I'm taking on 3 more done-for-you email clients this month. So hit reply with write my emails, and we can discuss whether we'd be a good fit to work together. So that was the email. After writing that, I just added my usual email signature. So see how most of this email is just a story? The pitch is only at the very end, and I don't overdo it. You can turn nearly any story into an email by doing this. So now we are at final method number 4. What you can do is send a short email asking people to reply to you and write what their biggest challenge is right now to get the outcome that you typically help people with. So when people reply and answer your question, you can start initiating a conversation based on what people say. So you can ask them where they currently are, where they want to be, what they think is stopping them, what else they've tried, etc. So this will help you understand what's happening in your ideal clients' worlds, what's happening in their heads, what's happening in their lives, what's happening in whatever other aspects of their lives that is relevant to what you do. So this will not only help you generate topics for your next emails, but it will also make sure that you're using the right language in your emails, because a lot of the work in email marketing that people don't really talk about, it's not even about writing the emails, but rather understanding what conversation is happening in people's heads, in your subscribers' heads specifically. So if there's only one thing that you take away today, it's this. When you know your audience inside and out, it becomes much easier to come up with endless email ideas because you will know what they relate to. You will know which stories they resonate with. You will know them inside and out. You'll know where they are and what they need to hear. And if you don't want to come up with ideas of your own, that's okay. I've got you. I have put together a swap file of 30 of the best templates and prompts that I give to my personal clients. So for those of you who want to book calls or generate sales from their email list faster, just drop me a line below. I'm not going to ask you for your email or anything like that. I'm going to deliver it to you straight to your messenger. And just a reminder, if you are listening to this as a podcast, you can use the link in the show notes to ping me directly on Messenger. So that is it for today, and I will speak to you next week.